Hi friends, good morning. This is SK sir. Today I brought the very important concept and very important chapter is hydrocarbon. From that hydrocarbon we will study the chemical reactions of alkenes. See here, this chemical reactions of alkene is very important. Why? Because if you study properly the chemical reaction of alkene, it means around 30% of alkyl halide chapter we will cover in this chemical reactions of alkene, and also the preparation of alcohol also cover in this chapter. Are you getting my point? And some aldehyde part also we will cover. It means this is very important. So if you study properly this chemical reactions of alkene, it means the further chapters alkyl halides, alcohols, aldehyde ketones are very easy. Okay, let's see here. Chemical reactions of alkene. Just take the alkene. So suppose this is one alkene. This is CH double bond CH2. Alkene gives two types of reactions. See, this is the pi bond. This pi bond is a reactive center, and this center is known as this is called allylic carbon. See, allylic carbon atom. This is double bond. See here, this pi bond gives addition reaction. This is addition, otherwise this is a reactive center for addition reaction. And this center, see, this center, this is reactive center for substitution reaction. This is the reaction center for substitution reaction, and this is what reactive center for addition reaction, because a pi bond easily break. This is loosely bonded electron and easily undergoes addition reaction. Now first we will see that is addition reaction, after that substitution reaction. It means alkene, this allylic carbon atom gives substitution reaction. This is called vinyl carbon atom, vinyl carbon. This is vinylic carbon atoms. Vinyl carbon atoms gives addition reaction. This is called what? Vinyl carbon atoms. Understood? Okay. Now see, first we will start with the addition reaction. So now here addition reaction. So alkene gives which type of addition reaction, whether it is nucleophilic addition or electrophilic addition. Understood? Now see, this alkene gives normally electrophilic addition reaction. How? See, the structure of alkene, suppose if I take this one alkene, very simple, this is a pi bond, okay. Now here in this alkene, one is a sigma bond, one is a pi bond. So you can write the structure of alkene here. See, this is a sigma bond, these are also sigma bonds. Now this pi bond is formed by lateral overlapping of the electrons. This is unhybridized pure p orbital, one electron here, one electron. This is laterally overlapping, you know that. And this carbon is undergoes sp2 hybridization. Now here this electron cloud present above and below the plane of the atoms. These are the plane of this carbon present on the plane, board plane. So you see, this is both is what? This is electron cloud. Okay, electron cloud above and both this above and below the plane of the atoms. Okay, and these electrons are loosely bonded. It means alkenes are electron rich and easily attract the electron deficient reagents. So this is what? Electron cloud above and below the plane of the atoms, and this pi electron, see, these are the pi electron, pi bond. This is what? Pi bond. So pi electrons are loosely bonded and easily available for reaction. Are you getting my point? So that's why this pi electron, it means alkenes gives electrophilic addition reactions, and this pi bond may act as a base as well as nucleophile. I will show you in which reactions they will act as an electrophile and the base. First write down. Okay, now see here. Suppose if you take, this is alkene, so it easily takes H plus. This is electron deficient and pi electron is the electron rich, so easily gives the pi electron to H plus. So in this case, see, this is H plus. Now in this case, this pi bond is act as base, and now you will get here, see, like this is carbon atom and you are getting here positive charge, and this is hydrogen attached. So in this case, alkene act as a base. In the second case, see, suppose if it is alkene react with, this is E plus means electrophile. So in this case, this alkene is act as carbon. In this case, this alkene is act as nucleophile. Why? Because it is reacting with electrophile. So in this case, it is act as nucleophile. Are you getting my point? It means alkene may act as a base as well as nucleophile. Why? Because they are reacting with H plus. This is acid and it is reacting with electrophile. Understood? Okay. So now today we will discuss the electrophilic addition reactions of alkene. Okay. Write down. Okay, let's see. Electrophilic addition reactions. So let me explain the general process of electrophilic addition. Now I am writing here, see, this is alkene, and here see, this is below the plane bond. I am representing alkene like this. This is what? Below the plane, this is above the plane, and this is a pi bond like, and this is the above the plane. Here also same, below the plane, and this is above the plane. Now if I add the any electrophiles, that is, now this is one electrophile, X and Y. So in this case, there is a two possibilities. These two electrophile may attack from the same side, otherwise opposite side. Suppose if you consider this is attacking from the same side here, and this goes to here. So now you will get here. Now this bond comes down because this electrophile force to this bond. Now you will get like this. Comes down, and here X comes, and here Y comes, and here also this is down. Now this type of addition, see, when this electrophile adds from the same side, this type of addition is known as syn addition. This is called what? Syn addition. So both atoms attach from the same side of the pi bond. Okay, this is the first case. Okay, now see the second case. Now same alkene here. This is below the plane, this is above the plane. Here also below the plane, and this is above the plane. Now take the electrophile here, XY. So in this case, there is a possibility. So one X is attacked from the front side, so it may be attacked from the back side. Now see, when it is attacked, this X from the front side, now this bonds come in the down position. This is what, like this, and this is a X. Now here the Y attacking from the back side. Now this bonds goes to like this, in upper direction, the upper direction. Now this is Y. So this is what? Both electrophile. See here both are same side. So here both are opposite side. This type of addition is known as anti-addition. Okay, I will give the mechanism of syn addition, anti-addition, their stereochemistry. First, just understand there is a possibility of addition of electrophile. So in this case, and the both atoms attach from the different side of the opposite side of the pi bond. Are you getting my point? Here see, here two atoms. Here the electrophiles. See, electrophile attach from the opposite side. Same side, this is what? Opposite side of the pi bonds. Understood? So if the addition takes place in the same side, this is called syn addition. If the addition takes from opposite side, this is called anti-addition. This is a normal electrophilic addition to the pi bond. I did not explain any reaction. This is a general reaction. Understood? Write down. Now see some common type of addition reaction. Some common type of addition reactions. So why I am telling you this chapter, this topic, chemical reactions of alkene, is very very important, because this addition reactions will come alkyl halide alcohol chapter, in the preparation of alkyl halide and preparation of alcohol also. Now let's see some common type. For example, first see, this is if you take the any one alkene. So here this is what I am taking addition. See, addition of H and X. Then you will get here what? What would be the product? See, break the pi bond. Here you will get one H and one is X. Suppose second. See here. Now addition of H and H, that is H2 gas. Then in this case you will get break the pi bond H and H. See here, third. Same here, addition of H and H. So here H and OH, that is hydration. Now in this case you will get, see, alcohol you are getting. So this is the preparation of alcohol. This is the preparation of alkyl halide. Now fourth, if you take, see, addition of X and X halogens. So you will get dihalogen compound, X and X. Now suppose, see, these are the common type. Then addition of HO and OH and OH. So you will get dihydric alcohol in this case. Like, see, this is also one common type. Okay. Now suppose if you take sixth. So now addition of HO and X. So in this case you will get like, this is OH and this is X. Understood? See, these are the common types of addition reactions. Understood? So this is alcohol you are getting, dihydric alcohol, dihalogens, and here also halogens you are getting. These are the common type of electrophilic addition reactions. Now we will see the one by one the electrophilic addition reaction and their mechanisms and their exceptional cases and ring expansion and rearrangement. Okay, write down some common type of addition reactions. The first electrophilic addition reaction is very very important. Addition of HX, hydrogen halide. This is what? Hydrohalogenation. This is also called hydrohalogenation. Hydrogen and halogen. See, very simple. If you take the alkene CH2, double bond CH2, if you add HX, So break the pi bond, this HX add across the pi bond, and you will get like CH2H and here CH2X. So first what easily gives the proton. So now I'm telling you here X is equal to fluorine, chlorine and bromine and iodine. So if you want to see the reactivity of HX. So strong acid is easily reactive. So HI is a strong acid, easily gives H plus ion. So you know that. So reactivity order HI, then HBr, then HCl, then HF. Because it is a strong acid and I minus is what good living group. So it easily gives H plus ion. This is the reactivity order. Now see, very important concept is if I take the unsymmetrical alkene. See, this is the one unsymmetrical alkene. Now I am adding here HBr. Suppose if I add the HBr, see this is what unsymmetrical alkene. There is two products are possible because see this is a H plus and Br minus. This Br may attach to this carbon atom. Now in this case you are getting like this product and hydrogen here. And see one more possibility. In this case, if the Br is attached at this carbon atom, then hydrogen goes to at this one. So now this is Br. Now which one is the major? See, actually this is a major product, and this major product is decided by the Markovnikov, Russian scientist. This is the major product. If you see the mechanism, then you will understand. See here, this is what? This is the major product. This is the minor. Actually, does not form only this form. See here, this is what major product you are getting. This is a major and this is a minor. And who decides this one is major? That is Markovnikov. And Vladimir Markovnikov is investigated the addition of HBr across the many different alkene. And he noticed that generally the hydrogen atom, see the hydrogen atom placed at the vinylic position, which contain large number of hydrogen atoms. See here, this is CH2. Here there is no hydrogen is there. See here, there is no hydrogen is there. Here two hydrogen is there. So it means this hydrogen placed at the vinylic. This both are vinylic position. This vinylic position having the large number of hydrogen atoms. See, he gave one statement. Vladimir Markovnikov was investigated addition of HBr across many different alkenes, and he noticed that generally hydrogen atom placed at the vinylic position having large number of hydrogen atoms. And he gave one rule also, that is called Markovnikov rule. See here, when the unsymmetrical alkene react with HBr here, see this product we are getting the major and this is the minor. And who decide this major product? That is Vladimir Markovnikov, a Russian chemist, was investigated the addition of HBr across many different alkene, and he noticed that generally the hydrogen atom placed at the vinylic position having the large number of hydrogen atoms. Understood? I will give the Markovnikov rule in the short way. So this is the major product. Understood? Write down this reaction and this statement. Okay, let's see the mechanism here. Addition mechanism. So this is the step 1. So when this is unsymmetrical alkene and here HBr, see here this pi electron gives the electron to H plus because HBr gives H plus, and this is what reversible and this is very slow process. This is called RDS. Now there is a possibility of this hydrogen may attach at this point and at this point, both phenolic position. First we will see if the hydrogen attached to this phenolic position, partial formation and partial breaking of pi bond and partial breaking. See here this carbon atom gets partially positive charge in the transition state, and this partially positive charge is stabilized by C inductive effect plus A inductive effect. This is a stable transition state. Then after that what? Now stable carbocation will form. So this is a stable carbocation will form. See this is a tertiary carbocation. It is stabilized by C2CH3 and here hyperconjugation. Here also what? CH3. Total 9 hyperconjugation is there. This is a 3-degree carbocation. And this is what? More stable. And see here in the step 1 this is the first, and here also one more possibility is there. See same process again, but here now in this process if the HBr in this H plus is attached to at this point RDS. Now here see write the transition state, partially breaking, and here what? Partial addition of hydrogen, partial breaking bond between hydrogen and bromine. Now here you will get the partially positive charge. This is what? Unstable transition state, unstable TS. Why? It is not stabilized by inductive effect. Only one hyperconjugation is there, one H. Are you getting my point? So this is unstable TS. Then after that what you are getting? See this is H here and this is positive charge. See this is a which carbocation? Primary carbocation. This is what? Unstable. Are you getting my point? So Markovnikov studied this reaction. Now what is the which transition state is possible? This is possible. It means why? Because the stable carbocation will form. So now what is the conclusion? In addition of electrophile to the alkene, we have to see the stability of the carbocation. Always we have to form the more stable carbocation. So in this case the hydrogen goes to at this point, then you will get the more stable carbocation. This is a major product. It means this is from the major intermediate. Okay, now what is the step 2 now? So now you conclude this is this transition state does not form, only this will form. So it means stable carbocation will form. Now in the step 2 what happened? Now this carbocation, see carbocation. Now we will take the Br. Now again you will get one more transition state here, partially formation of bond here, partially negative charge, partially positive charge. Then here what? Complete. See here, this is the what? Major product. Only this carbocation will form. That's why we are getting this is a major product. Now understood? So based on this concept, Markovnikov gives one rule that is called Markovnikov rule. What was that rule? It is very simple. When the unsymmetrical alkene adds to the when unsymmetrical reagent adds to the unsymmetrical alkene, the negative part of the reagent attached to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen atoms. See here, this is there is no hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogen is there. This Br is attached to here. So you are getting the major product. Understood now mechanism? Write up. Okay, now see one more example. Suppose if you take like this. Okay, if you add any HCl, like instead of HBr, HCl if you add, and we know that what protonation will take place first. Protonation, stable carbocation will form. Not the protonation takes place at this point, stable carbocation. And one more possibility, protonation takes place at this point. Now here protonation and here carbocation. So which one is more stable? This is more stable. This is what? Less stable. So what would be the product? So the major product is this Cl is attached at this point. So now This is the major product. Understood? This is the addition of HX to the alkene. So now what is the Markovnikov rule now? So now I am giving the Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov's rule. This is also called in short MKR, Markovnikov rules. See what is the rule? When unsymmetrical reagent adds to unsymmetrical alkene, the negative part of the reagent attached to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen atoms. Understood? This is the Markovnikov rule. Understood? So here also directly you can write the product. See, this is the unsymmetrical reagent. Negative part means Cl. It contains that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. Here one hydrogen is there, but here there is no hydrogen. See, this is a CH3. So of course this is attached to at this point without any mechanism, directly in the short method. Understood? For example, one more question. This is the first. If you take the one more second. Suppose see here. Suppose like this one already we discussed. If we add the HI, see here there is no hydrogen. Here two hydrogen is there. So negative part is goes to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. So directly you will get like this. Understood? Write down. Okay, now next is energy diagram. See here I am giving this one. For example here, this is one compound, here HBr. So you are getting two products. This is what? One, and this is two. So which one is major? According to Markovnikov rule, this is major. So don't use always Markovnikov rule in solving the problems, because some compounds violates Markovnikov rule. Always we have to form the stable carbocation. That is the main important point. Okay, so here see, if you draw the energy profile diagram for this reaction, see, this is the free energy, delta G. Now this is the reaction coordinate. Suppose if you take, this is alkene and HBr. First you will get the transition state. First I am writing for this one. See here, high transition state, and you will get the one carbo cation, then again this one. So in this case you are getting this product. This is this product. Now here see, what is the transition state? This is this transition state I am writing here. This is the transition state, like this is the transition state, and here what? This is the carbocation. Again this is again transition state. See, this is a transition state after formation of carbocation. Now if you write the graph for the this major product, now you will get like this, because you are getting stable carbocation. So your transition state have the less activation energy. Now like this. Now the product is like this. This is a stable product. And here what is the transition state here? See, transition state is like this. And what would be the here? Stable carbocation. Okay, that's why the activation energy is less for this transition state. Are you getting my point? See that the energy, the potential energy Here see, for the activation energy of this transition state is very high as compared to this one, because here the transition state is stabilized by the inductive effect. That's why the activation energy is less here. So this is the energy profile diagram for this reaction. And see, this is the tertiary carbocation is a more stable than the primary carbocation. So this is the energy profile diagram for the electrophilic addition reaction of alkene. Understood? Right. Okay, now the first problem types here, the problems based on reactivity. See here in the alkene, suppose whatever the alkene here, suppose if I am taking the general formula of alkene, just see. So first whatever HX, this is what RDS, you are getting what? Carbocation and Br minus. So here the reactivity of alkene is directly proportional to stability of carbocation. So now see one problem 1. Arrange the following in decreasing order of reactivity. In electrophilic addition reaction. So this is one question here. Suppose I am giving here, this is A, now C, B, now C, now D is this one. Okay, this is pH. Okay. So how do you arrange this one? First we have to see the stability of the carbocation. See here in this electrophilic addition, first protonation will take place. You will get the tertiary carbocation. Here you will get the secondary carbocation. Here you will get the primary carbocation. And in this case you will get the tertiary carbocation. See, but here the phenyl group. Phenyl group means what? This is phenyl group. So it shows the resonance. It affects the plus sum effect. It stabilizes the more as compared to the tertiary carbocation. So which one is more stable? This is more stable. So more reactive is which one? D is the more reactive. Then after tertiary carbocation, A will comes. Then after B. Then after C. This is the reactivity order of this alkene towards electrophilic addition reaction. Okay? Right up. Okay, now see second question based on the reactivity. And to solve these questions, again we have to use GOC. That is what? Stability of carbocation. So that's why GOC is very important to study the organic reactions. So now in the electrophilic addition, what here? Electrophile add at this point because stability. This is a lone pair of electron. So here carbocation will form. In this case here carbocation will form. In this case here carbocation form. And this carbocation is stabilized by what? See, this is what? Resonance. Here also resonance is there. But what? Nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen. So nitrogen easily gives the electron. So this is more stable than this one. Here there is no resonance. So of course both are more stable than this one. So if you compare the reactivity, C is more reactive because nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen. Then A comes. Then after B. This is the reactivity. Now see, in all cases, if you do the protonation, addition of HBr, HX, carbocation, protonation takes place at this point, carbocation. See the stability. And this OCA3 shows plus M effect, NO2 group minus M. This is what? Plus I and plus H. Plus H means what? Hyperconjugation. This is what? Minus I. Which carbocation is more stable? This is more stable. So A, B, C, D. Which one is more reactive? A is more reactive. Then after who will come? C. Inductive effect plus I effect. Yes, plus effect will come. Very good. Then after what? This is NO2 and Cl. Minus M is dominating on minus side. So minus I is little bit more stable than this one. So now D will come. Then last one is B. Okay, this is the answer for this reaction. Okay now. So can you solve this question? Tell me. See, protonation here takes place carbocation. Okay. Now here protonation carbocation here because resonance is there, lone pair resonance. Here protonation takes place at this point because it shows minus I. Protonation takes at this point carbocation generated. Okay. And here protonation takes at this point, now see carbocation. So which is more stable? So this is more stable because resonance is there. Resonance dominating on inductive effect. So A, B, C, D. So B is more stable, it means more reactive. After say this one and this one, this is more stable because this is the secondary and this is tertiary and more hyperconjugations. B. Then this is minus I, these are the plus I, then A. Now after C. So these are the questions based on reactivity of alkenes. These are the 4 questions. Okay. Then we will discuss the problems based on Markovnikov rule. See, in this reaction I will discuss. First, already I have discussed the problems based on reactivity. After that, problems based on Markovnikov rule. After that, problems based on rearrangement, ring expansion, then stereochemistry. Then your addition of HX is over. Right up. Okay, now we will discuss the problem based on MKR, Markovnikov rule, and the stability of carbocation. See, already we discussed the problem based on the reactivity. Now see, this is the first example. So you can use the Markovnikov rule, but see, you have to use the Markovnikov rule when the compound contain only carbon atoms. Suppose if contain other than carbon atoms like oxygen, like nitrogen, like fluorine, heteroatoms, then you cannot use the Markovnikov rule directly. Why? Because we have to see the stability of the carbocation. If you use the direct Markovnikov rule, it means you will get the wrong product. So that's why. So in the competitive exam, don't use the Markovnikov rule directly to give the answer. So first you have to see the stability of carbocation. See here only carbon atoms is there. So you can directly use the Markovnikov rule. What is the Markovnikov rule? When unsymmetrical reagent adds to unsymmetrical alkene, the negative part of the reagent adds to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. See here. Here there is no hydrogen. Here what? One hydrogen is there. So less number of hydrogen means that Br goes to over there. But we will see the stability of carbocation. First, what happened in this process electrophilic addition? First protonation will take place. So now you have to make the stable carbocation. See here. So if the protonation takes place at this point, positive charge comes here. If the protonation takes place at tertiary carbon atom, positive charge. It means this is secondary carbocation. This is the tertiary carbocation. This is more stable. This is what? More stable. So directly from the carbocation and then Br minus goes to over there. Then you will get the final product. See, this is the final product. And if you use the Markovnikov rule, directly goes to over there. Now use the Markovnikov rule here also. The negative part is goes to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen means here. And if you according to Markovnikov rule. And stability is also same. This is a more stable because secondary carbocation. Protonation takes place at this point, stable carbocation will form. And this carbocation stabilized by lone pair of this iodine also. Now see here. What will form? First, protonation will takes place at this point. Now this is a carbocation. Then what happened after that? See here. This is iodine and this is iodine will come. One more iodine attack at this point. And here see, when very important, at the adjacent carbon atom, two iodines are highly unstable. Like at the same carbon atom, two OH groups are unstable, that is hydric. Removal of water molecule takes place with formation of the carbonyl group. Here also on adjacent carbon atom, two iodines are highly unstable. Then what? Elimination reaction takes place. This electron attack at this point. Then I2 gas is evolved. Now your final product is again what? Are you getting my point? If they given here excess, then again this is react with one more HI. Then you will get Markovnikov rule. Here this I goes. This is the final product. Understood now? Now see in this case. So if we use directly Markovnikov rule, here what? This is according to MKR. Here also MKR. But if we use Markovnikov rule, see the Br goes to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. Less number of hydrogen means here one hydrogen is there, here there is no hydrogen. It means bromine goes to here. You will get the product, but that is a wrong answer. We have to see because it contains heteroatom. Here there is no heteroatom. So in this case we have to see the stability of the carbocation. See here, from the two carbocations, first if the protonation takes place at this point, no carbocation form here. CH3O, now CH plus, now this is CH3 and now this CH3 and here hydrogen. This is one carbocation. One more possibility is there, CH3O, now CH, now CH3, now here CH3. Now hydrogen here, then here one more carbocation. See, this is tertiary carbocation, this is secondary carbocation, this is stabilized by the resonance. So this is the more stable than this one. So this does not form. Understood? So it does not form means you can rough here. See? So only this will form, it is stabilized by resonance. This is what? More stable. Now here your Br goes to over there. Now your final product is CH3O, then CH Br. Now this is your final product. Understood? Okay. Now see in this case again addition of HCl. So actually this is what violates Markovnikov rule. So this compound is violates MKR, Markovnikov rule. Now this is also violates Markovnikov rule. So protonation takes place at this point, the carbocation here will form. But this is what minus I. So that's why protonation takes place at this point, carbocation form here. So if we use Markovnikov rule, according to Markovnikov rule, what the negative part is goes to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. This is the less number of hydrogen, but it does not form because this is minus I group. Now which carbocation will form here? See, protonation of course takes place at this point. Now carbocation will form. This is the most stable. If the protonation takes place at CH2, carbocation form here. See here. This is NO2 and CH plus and this is CH3. See, it shows minus I. This is what? Less stable. And this is what? More stable. So of course this will form, it does not form. Understood? Now here what? So here Cl. Cl goes to this carbon atom. Now you are getting CH2. Now CH2Cl. Then NO2. This is a major product. Understood? Write down these problems. We don't have yet space to solve these two. So first complete it. Now take this one. Again see, if the protonation takes place at this point, see CF3, CH, now CH3. This is plus charge. And if the protonation takes place at this point, and this problem also see, this is what? Violates MKR. And one more possibility is there. If the protonation takes place at this point, CH2, now carbocation form here. So this is more stable. This is what? CF3 shows minus I. So again this compound is also what? Violates MKR. And this is more stable. So your Br goes to at this point. Now your final product is what? CF3 CH2, now CH2 Br. Again same, this cyanide shows what? Minus I, and see carbocation form here only, so that's why Br goes to here. Directly I am writing here. So this is cyanide CH2, now CH2 Br. So this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This all are violates Marconi Cup rule. There is one question in the JEE mains. So they are given like this. Which of the following violates Marconi Cup rule? MKR A, CH3O, CH double bond CH2, B, this one C, NO2 CH double bond CH2, C. Now here, so which one is violates Marconi Cup rule? Simple. See, it does not violate because here stable carbocation will form because resonance, and already if you add the any HX, that X minus goes to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen. Here same stability and Marconi Cup rule. Here Marconi Cup rule directly because there is no heteroatom. Here also Marconi Cup rule. So here what? You cannot use Marconi Cup rule because NO2 shows minus I. So carbocation form here, and B whatever X minus goes to this CH2 carbon atom. So that's why which one violates Marconi Cup rule? Right answer is C. Okay. So these are some problems. We will discuss some more problems. First, write it, make it fast. Okay, now see some more examples. I already wrote the problems because otherwise if I write in the running lecture it will take the more time. See, this is one compound. So add the HBr here. So we will not use, see in this case 8, 9, 10, 11 you cannot use Marconi Cup rule. Why? Because all are the same number of hydrogen atoms. Now here there is no hydrogen, here one hydrogen is there. If you use the Marconi Cup rule, you will get the wrong product. So that's why this is also violates Marconi Cup rule. First we have to see, make the stable carbocation. See which one is more stable? Oxygen. And of course protonation takes place at this point only because stable carbocation form. Because this lone pair stabilize this carbocation. Now again what? Br minus will attack at this point. Now this compound is also violates Marconi Cup rule. Okay. Now in this case you cannot apply the Marconi Cup rule because both are the same number of hydrogen. So that's why we have to see the stability of carbocation. Now see, if the protonation takes place at this point, so carbocation form here. See, I am taking this is benzene. So okay, this is benzene. Now pH, CH, then CH2, now CH3. This is a stable carbocation. Why? Because this benzene stabilizes this carbocation by plus some effect, resonance. So if the carbocation form at this point, there is no resonance stabilization. So of course this is what? More stable. So I am not writing another carbocation by here because this is less stable. Because only plus effect is there. Here what? Plus some effect. So of course this is Pr minus attack at this point. Write down the product. You have to write here. Now here also show the carbocation. See both are the same. Of course protonation takes place at this point because carbocation form here. Why? See this OCH3 is plus some effect. So it will stabilize, see, like resonance. It will stabilize the carbocation. So of course carbocation form here, not here, because it is there is no plus M effect. Here plus M effect is there. So I am writing this benzene as a pH. Now CH protonation takes place at this point CH2. Now CH plus charge, and this is what this carbocation is stabilized by what? Plus M effect. This is what? More stable carbocation. Then after what happened? Br minus attack at this point. Then write down the product. Here also see where the protonation takes place. See this is CH3 shows plus I effect and plus H means hyperconjugation. NO2 group means what? NO2 group shows what? Only minus M and minus I. So of course here if it is carbocation form, this is destabilized because due to minus I. So of course carbocation form here because it is stabilized by plus I and plus H. It means protonation takes place at this point, carbocation form here. So now, so carbocation here forming, it means what? Directly Br goes here. So I am directly writing the product. This is CH3, now CH, Br, now CH2. I am directly writing the product. This is NO2. Okay, now in this case, see, and this OCH3 group present with respect to this one is meta position, and you know that the groups at the meta position does not show the resonance with the group which present at ipso position. So see, this is the ipso position. With respect to this one, this is a meta. There is no resonance. So the groups at the meta position only shows inductive effect. But this is oxygen. Oxygen means shows what? Minus I effect. Okay. So of course carbocation form here only because here it shows the minus I effect. If the OCH3 present at para position, then carbocation form here only, like in this case. But here what? OCH3 is meta position. At meta position, OCH3 shows only minus I. So that's why this is a destabilized and carbocation form here only. So I am writing here, see, carbocation form here only because here it will shows minus I. Then after what happened? Br minus is attack at this point. Now your final product is like this. Okay. So these are the some problems based on Markovnikov rule and stability of carbocation. Now the next topic is what? Now see, here the intermediate is what? Carbocation. Yes. One point that is very important, keep in your mind. Whenever the carbocation formed during the reaction as an intermediate, there is a possibility for the rearrangement and ring expansion. So when the carbocation form as an intermediate, there is a possibility for rearrangement and ring expansion. Now I will see the problems based on rearrangement and ring expansion. Let's complete it. Okay. So please guys, if you like my lecture, please subscribe my YouTube channel, that is SK Chemistry Academy, and like my videos and share to your friends, and don't forget to press the bell icon. You will get the notification for upcoming videos. And one more request, you can also request me to take the lectures on the particular topic. You may give the comment, you may write in the comment box whatever you want the topic. I will make the video for you. Okay guys? Okay, thank you. Bye.